Also, I did some things tonight. I did some work in the garden. I got some soil from the ground over there next to the daikon radishes, and I put the soil in the areas by the corn because there's not a drought, but there's something going on where it's a little bit dry over there, so I wanted to put some more soil in that region. And also, what I did was I put some more soil by the sunflowers, and I planted some new peppers in the pot. Usually on Thursdays, I would do a regular live, or sometimes a live about like this. It was just some things I was doing earlier and doing some walking around, looking at things, and mostly the gardening stuff. Why I didn't do the regular live that I usually do. And I hope all of you have been having a good week. That are watching or seeing this as a rerun. And tomorrow I will do the regular Friday live streams, God willing. And also, another thing that's going on is there's this new cat that came around. Maybe some of you have seen the shorts of it, the ET alien cat. Very sweet orange cat that came through, and I fed him, and he would follow me around the yard at night, and I've been having some good times with him. And he went to the vet to be neutered, fixed, and he'll be coming back home and will be inside. So that's nice. And Bo's brother is over there sleeping in the chair. Some of you have seen shorts of that. And I'll show around some things I did, and I will complete the live stream. This was just a short little stream to tell you all what's going on with me, like, because I usually would do these live streams for the subscribers. All right, so here I go. I'm gonna go over here, and okay. All right, so you see the soil. I put some new soil by the corn. All along that region. Also, the sunflowers. You notice there's new soil. And also, they're getting bigger from before. The sunflowers grow very fast. Very fast. Weather's been very nice and cool. Okay. All right. So that is some of the garden work I did earlier. And I'll show also over here my mint. The mint is getting bigger, so this is the new update about this. And this is just a short little live for right now, and then I'll end it. Okay, so that's the mint. It's coming up well. Some more of the mint is doing good too. All right, and now, hello everybody, and now I'm going to show something else I did just a little while ago, because I didn't do the regular live to maybe those that are just tuning in, because I was doing stuff with the garden and doing stuff with nature. It was like kind of walking around outside. All right, and over here I have this little tray where I have the peppers growing. Okay, right there I have the peppers, and the water, the soil absorbs the water and it goes into the plants. That's what I was doing before when I would usually do the lives. And I'll show the daikon another update about it. So right there, they're getting bigger as usual. This one's getting really big. They grow very fast. They're doing well. And that's where I dug up the soil to put around the corn over in the other area and the sunflowers. All right. So going back to me. All right. So I'm excited about the new cat, and he would walk back and forth with me right here. yesterday and the days before. And I'm glad that we got him and he was fixed today. Yeah. I hope all of you that are watching are doing well. And as I said, for new people that are coming through, I'm just doing a little update about what I'm doing. And today, how I was usually going to do a live, but I was doing other things. Hello, Jeff. Good to see you. And yes. Yeah, so also what I was doing was, it was nice getting the soil from the ground and putting it around the plants. And also, that was pretty cool. And I'll show this flower plant that I have. Yeah. It's from the Caribbean. And it's not directly from there, but it's a plant that grows down there. You're welcome, Jeff. And Columbus, if I'm recalling this correctly, he found this type of plant. And I got it a couple years ago. Yeah. And it's doing really well. And now, Jeff, I'll show you if you haven't seen it before. That's the soil that I put from the other area because it was getting kind of dry there, and I watered it. It was nice. It's very nice and cool weather here. I don't know if it's cool where you are, but where I am, their cool front came through, and it's pretty cool. And this is the sunflowers. My neighbors would give me the sunflowers seeds a couple years ago, and I got some. This is a new batch for this time, and so I put the soil there because it's like food to them, the soil. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. And also, yeah, this is an elephant ear plant that I have. It was from a group of elephant ear plants from a very long time ago when I graduated high school in 2017, and then this is a descendant of it, and this is the sunflowers, a whole row of them, because I do gardening and vlogging and stuff and different things. This is a wild onion plant that just naturally grows here. All right, let's see, all right, this is the spinach. I haven't shown that one yet. Yeah, that's the spinach. You see how the ground's kind of dry? Because that's when the soil helps out. How many plants do I have? Good question. I don't really have a count of the plants. And so I have this row of corn and potted plants. I have one potted plant right now. And I have 4 peppers plants that are being, grown. So as I said, this row, I'll count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 13 corn, and right here I have, and this is just like crop stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and just a whole bunch of these elephant ear plants that grow all over the place. And also, yeah, these are called beets. And these beets, they turn this color when it gets cool, the weather's cool, but they'll be green, and then they become like this when the weather gets cold. And it actually survived the freeze, which is pretty cool. See, these are more elephant ear plants chilling right there. This is a bigger elephant ear plant. Yes. And yes, Jeff. Yeah, I love plants. So basically how I got into the plants was, that's a train. I love hearing the train. So back when I was a kid, My grandpa took me to the hardware store, and this country guy, he came from like the country to the city, and he would have these. He told me about corn and the corn seeds, and also my ancestors did planting. They planted different plants and things like that. Last year, I planted a whole bunch of Henderson lima beans, and the Henderson lima beans are these. They're from the north, and they're white, and they're white beans, and basically they're good for drought resistant plants. But of course, when a freeze comes, it doesn't do too well. Like, you would cover plants or bring them in. And right here, they're not blooming right now, but they're about to bloom. It's a Trinity flower, I call it. And these flowers are sprouting, and very nice purple flowers. Well, that's cool. Let's see, I'll show you something cool here. Let's see. Well, that's the wrong way, actually. Okay, so this is a pineapple. At the grocery store, you can take a pineapple and it'll grow into, oh, you see that? That's a little bug right there. You could take and put the pineapple in the ground and it'll grow a new pineapple plant. This one survived the freeze, which you're not supposed to, be in cool weather, but I forgot to cover it, but it still survived, and it's rejuvenating itself right there. And this is my mint. It came from the other yard, and I brought them here, and this is a descendant of a couple of the mints. And, okay, so the things you could eat, like when the pineapple gets bigger, you could eat the pineapple. This stuff you can eat, but the flower, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know anything about if the flower is edible or not. I would have to go and, look it up. But basically, some things that I learned that you can tell something's edible. Les Stroud said, he's a survivalist, if it burns your skin or something, if you rub it, or if it tastes sour, it's not edible. But if it doesn't cause you a problem, the plant would be okay. But as I said, if you're gonna do foraging, do your own research about that to make sure you don't eat something that isn't good. But also, some things need to be cooked, like elderberry needs to be cooked. I'll show you some more. I'll show you this backwoods I have, and yeah, you could look at, this is the daikon. This is it's a Japanese radish. And one of my subscribers, she told me about it. She's from America, but she moved over there with her husband, and she told me about this, and I'm growing it. They're white, and they're long and skinny, and they can get really big, and they're doing good. And this is where I dig up the soil. See, this is the soil, very nice dark soil. And I use that for the plants and stuff. And those are some, it's called giant ragweed. It's a giant plant that grows, and there's kind of, it's a wild plant, but it has cool stalks to it. The best type of soil to use, it depends on the plants. The best type of soil is to use dark soil like this. And also, certain plants help the soil. A soil with nitrogen, that helps out plants a lot when you're planting things. And also, like winter peas, they put a lot of nitrogen in the soil, and that's good for the plants to grow. And also, sunflowers do that too. So, soil with good nutrients is good, also that has stuff in it. You could do things to test the soil to see what kind of stuff it has in it, and you could get soil specifically for what you need. And also another type of soil, like compost, it could take dead plants or grass or whatever, and then it turns into stuff you could use for planting things. But yeah, dark soil, that's good. Like red soil, like red clay, I don't know about that, but this is the soil to use, yeah, the dark kind. And also, I showed the other ones. Now, this is a tree. When I grew when I was a teenager, and it was a little bitty tree, and now it's gigantic. And I watched it grow all the way up to the sky. And this tree over here is a descendant of that tree. And this is a descendant of that tree. Yeah. And back here is a little little woods I have. This is an elderberry tree. The elderberry would have to be cooked before eating it. It has to be cooked a certain way. You look up how to do that. And hello, MTN. Good to see you. And you see, this is the elderberry tree. And back in there is where I used to grow some corn, and sometimes I've grown cotton plants and stuff. Also, this is, let's see, yeah, this is the back woodlands I have. It's nice. I don't hear any raccoons or little critters. Sometimes little critters run around in here. I don't see anything. I might hear something, but yeah, it's kind of spooky, kind of swampy. Also, yeah, this is a branch, a giant branch. All right, and yeah, this is a type of vine right here, and these things turn to seeds, and it's just wild. These wild little purple flowers. Hello, Billy. That's Billy, my friend. I'm glad he's here to tell us hello. It's cool. And these are just some of these wild plants that grow here. And then this part of the little tour, yeah, this is a vine. It's real dark. As I said, I don't see any of the raccoons or any of the other little possums and things. And so it's nice and quiet. Oh, Jeff, roses. So before Hurricane Katrina, my family in the front, and the other house, they had a rose bush, but it got destroyed by Hurricane Katrina, and my great-grandmother planted it. But I would like to grow roses again, so no, we had a rose bush a long time ago, but not anymore. I love the train, so peaceful. That's a big tree right there. Roses are very nice. I like roses. Yeah. They were red roses, Jeff. Nice red roses. It was a nice red rose bush. Looking for little critters. I see them flying around, but they're not in camera. There's one on the phone right now. And sometimes, Jeff, there will be crawfish that will come out and they make little volcano holes, and the crawfish will walk around and stuff, and they're gray. They're real cool looking. Oh, you like orange ones? Oh yeah, the orange is a very nice color. That sounds very cool. And I'll show you all something interesting. This is what the raccoons make when they're looking for little bugs and stuff. Looking for little things in the ground. Okay, so basically this is not a crawfish hole, but basically what happens is, so say a crawfish will come out of here and they'll build like a mound, like a cone, and it looks like a volcano, and they'll come out of it and crawl around. And this is on land. We're near the swamp, but it's not the swamp itself. But this was just made by a raccoon, but that's an example. It looks kind of like a volcano when they do it. The raccoons, they dig these little holes looking for the little critters to eat and stuff. The raccoon was just out earlier looking and foraging. And Billy and everybody, this is where I'm planting, this is where the new peppers are being planted. The Thailand dragon pepper and some habanero peppers. And so that is, so the water, it absorbs it like a sponge and it comes upward. And when I grew the what's it called? The tobacco plants a long time ago. When I grew the tobacco plants, I'll get to that in a moment, Jeff. So when I grew the tobacco plants, you would cover it with foil, and then it just absorbs from the bottom. That's a fun fact. So I use this, I don't cover it with foil for the peppers. I just know to, and underneath there's these holes, and that's where the water comes from. The raccoon's name, yeah, the raccoon's name, I don't know about, okay, his name, the raccoon's name is Jimmy. And there's a possum around here, a little bitty possum, and we call him Micro Jim. He's a baby. All right. And Billy, this is some work I did earlier, Billy, with the corn. I put the new soil right here, and I watered it because the ground's getting a little dry over here, so I gave them some new soil. Yes. Yeah, so actually, the possum is named Micro Jim, and the raccoon, yeah, he is, oh, yeah, the raccoon is a different name. The raccoon is named Arnold, and Micro Jim is the little possum. Oh, gardening at night, yes, I do it at night. During the day, there's a lot of stuff that goes on, and at night, it's nice and quiet and peaceful, and I do my thing, and the cat sleeps in the chair. I'll show you all the cat in a moment. And yeah, Billy, so I did that, and that's the wild onion. And we have all these plants with the soil I put there. Beautiful sunflowers, and it's a variety of different sunflowers. I know I was neighbors with a co-founder of Popeyes, and his grandson was the one a little while back that gave me sunflower seeds. These are from a different group of sunflowers, but that's a fun fact. And he built the first one with Al Copeland. Yeah, so that's another fun fact. But they moved to my neighbor moved to Texas because of be with his family. I love that train. I don't know if y'all could see it, but there's some stars over there I always like looking at. And that's the tree. Now I think there's a light on. Okay. Now, yeah, that's the tree. And you probably can't see them, but there's stars up there. It's really cool. And yeah, I just like seeing, and I take recordings. I do shorts of the train and like the stars and stuff. I have shorts on my channel about that, because that's really cool. Yeah, and also, Billy, I was saying earlier that this new cat came the other day, and the cat would come, and my mom was too afraid to feed the cat because she didn't want to. She likes cats, but sometimes the newer cats she's not so certain about because of one of the cats. Sometimes they'll scratch or whatever, but this cat was nice. She likes cats a lot, but she was just uncertain, so I fed the cat and the orange cat, and then she became friends with the cat. The new cat is named E.T. Alien Cat, like E.T. and also Alien Cat. And also the cat would follow me around at night and walk up and down and pace with me when I would walk back and forth. And finally it's at the vet, and it was neutered, and it'll be brought inside because I couldn't bring the cat inside because it wasn't fixed. So Billy, that's something I was mentioning earlier, and everybody else that's tuning in. So I enjoyed that, and I'm glad that I enjoyed hanging out with the cat when it was out here with me, and I'm enjoying him inside. And also over here we have the Spanish flowers. These blow in from Mexico, and they grow all over the place. Really beautiful. All right, so this is a new This it looks like a dandelion and a spiky plant mixed together. Pretty cool. Yeah. Have that. This is a bigger version of that plant I just showed y'all. See, it's all thorny and spiky, but it looks like a dandelion. It's a hybrid. Pretty crazy. Wow. This is where I grew the Henderson beans. And this is an Elphier plant. Hello, Amanda. Welcome. I'm doing a short little live for a little while. And also, yeah, this is one of the elephant ear plants. And I'll show you what Bubbles' brother real quick. This is Bubbles' brother. Bubbles is inside, but this cat is outside. And basically, with Bubbles' brother, he's sleeping right now, and he had some nice food earlier. That's his little house, and he's hanging out and enjoying himself. And he's live on YouTube, and he's enjoying his sleeping time. Oh, and now he's cleaning himself. He doesn't even know he's being observed by the world. And shout out to Bubbles' brother. Hello. You're on YouTube, buddy. Yeah, shout out to Bubbles' brother. And also, so that's just some of the stuff that's going on here. Yeah, he's famous. Yeah. And also, Amanda, the new alien cat there's a new alien cat here, E.T., and at night he will follow me around the orange cat. And I was just telling them a little while ago, and a moment ago also, that we brought him in to be fixed so he could be inside. And so I've been enjoying, the past few days I've been kind of walking back and forth. I'll show you all what I'm talking about. This pathway I have been walking up back and forth, and I would be with the cat, and the cat would be in the chair over there, and we'll just kind of walk around. The cat would follow me, but he wasn't fixed. And now the cat is fixed, and he'll be inside. And I had some, yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, it is. And also, Amanda, now you're here, I'll go back and show the corn again. So, Amanda, earlier, one of the reasons why I wasn't earlier was, which this is the fine time to go live. We have a really good crowd here. So basically, I put some new soil here, and I watered them, because the soil was getting kind of dryish, but it's not in a drought, but it's kind of dry. And also, so we got that, Amanda, and I'll show you, Amanda, this is the spinach. But look how dry it is. That's why I'm watering them and doing soil rotation. And Amanda, look, it's getting bigger. The sunflowers are getting bigger, and it has new soil. Yeah. So that's what I've been working on for a little while. Amanda says she overwaters. Yeah, it could happen, because I understand. Sometimes it's difficult to tell when to water something. Sometimes you could overwater something. And, it depends on the weather. It depends on the circumstances, really, also. Sometimes you would be doing it a little bit. Sometimes you water it too much. Sometimes you may not water it enough. But basically, it just depends on what it is. And also, it's good to look up on the internet about specific plants and which ones should have more water than the other ones. It's good because sometimes things may not be black and white. And also, if it's really dry, you might want to water it more. If it's raining a lot, water it less. Yeah, it depends. But it's a normal problem, no big deal. Very nice. Everything is looking beautiful. Thanks, Amanda. I'm glad that... thanks for the compliment. And I'm glad that you enjoyed that. And also, Amanda, I was saying before, I planted some new peppers. and some new dragon peppers. And also, I'm excited about that. And it's in a pot, it's in a tray, which I'll show you all. And some of you all might be seeing this for the third time, which is all good. And this is the tray I use, and I fill it with water. And the water is sucked up and absorbed from the bottom. And you see I have the soil I dug up from the ground, and then I put the peppers there, the seeds in there, not too deep, just a little bit below the surface. And water comes up. Oh, I try to research things, but just don't have a green thumb like you wish I did. Well, thank you, Amanda, thank you. And yeah, I love doing this. And this is, I think we're talking about this before, this is an oyster shell. This is a very old oyster shell, probably from the 50s. Looks like I have a little cut there from something, but it's all good. All right, so we have that. But I'm not bleeding or anything. This is just maybe from a mosquito or something. Yeah, so, okay, so it's a dragon Thailand pepper and 3 habanero variations. Oh, no, it's 2 habanero plants, 2 habanero peppers, and 2 different types of them, and the Thailand dragon pepper and the ghost pepper. That's what I'm growing. And y'all might be seeing this for the 3rd time, for the 5th time, which is all good. We have the daikon. The daikon is growing. It's doing very well. It's getting bigger. Look how big that one is, Amanda. Wow, that's really cool. And also what I'm going to be doing, chat, I didn't tell you all this before, but I'm also going to be growing bell peppers. I'm going to be growing bell peppers, and I'm going to be growing more turnips. So y'all that didn't see this before, I grow a whole bunch of turnips over there. And basically what happens is with the turnips, they grow quite quickly. And not quickly, but they come up and they're nice and big, and you could eat them. And also another thing that I like doing is I like having I grew broccoli. Homegrown broccoli is delicious. It's so green. It's a very deep green. And I'm going to grow those again. And another thing I'm going to grow is more radishes. So the daikon's a type of radish. And I grow some of the English breakfast radishes. I grow the regular radishes. So yeah, that's, radishes are another topic I like to talk about a lot on the different streams and stuff. So basically, I am growing some more of pretty much everything. And the turnips, I'm growing that, and the bell peppers. So it's always cool to grow your own food and stuff. And also, I'm glad after Katrina I moved here when I was a kid. And it's a nice big yard. It's a bigger backyard, And also, I'm going to flip this and see, Amanda, the leaves are getting so big on the mint. Wow. Amanda says, I love broccoli. I could make it so many different ways. Great. Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And also we have the mint growing. And also the leaves are getting bigger. And over in my grandma's area, the mint is getting even bigger than this because it grew a little bit sooner than these. And yeah. So pretty much, Amanda, everything's going to go with the garden. And I will be doing a garden update video like I usually do. And as I said, I was walking around. I was doing work in the garden tonight. And I was kind of walking around a little bit. And I talked to her for a few minutes. And also, basically, I was doing stuff like that. And that is, some of the stuff I like growing and some of the things I was doing. Yeah, all right. So Amanda says, I saw this one lemonade with mint in it. I thought it was such a good idea. Oh, that is a really good idea. That really is. And also, basically, I think that it's really cool to, combine different things together and different flavors. I do agree with that. And I remember the guy that used to live here when I was a kid, he passed away of cancer. And a long time ago, then my family bought this place. And I was able to move in after Katrina, and that was pretty cool. So shout out to him. And also, dots will connect in the future when things happen. And I prayed for a bigger backyard, and I got it. As I've told many of you this story many times. And this is just an example of a great blessing that happened out of something bad, where, I'm able to grow things and not have a tiny little yard like over down the street. Yeah. So that is, some of the stuff I'm growing right now and some of the things I'm going to be growing. And Amanda and everybody watching, I hope all of you have been having a good day and a good week. And I'll be doing the live tomorrow also. Oh, yeah, Amanda said, I'm glad you and your family didn't just leave New Orleans like many people had to. Oh, yeah, because we evacuated for Katrina, obviously, and went to Florida and Mississippi. Very nice. But, yeah, a lot of people left. And this caused the area to go, my area's all right. As you all could hear, sometimes there's sirens or pow-pow, but it's pretty much like a vacant area. But, yeah, no, a lot of people left New Orleans. And, even from before that, people were trying to leave it. And basically, now it's good that, I'm glad that we stayed here before a long time ago when people were leaving it. And now we're staying even, like Katrina, a lot of people left. Yeah, because every person counts. You all understand it. Every single person counts, and everyone on YouTube that I've encountered on the different streams and stuff thinks it's so interesting and cool that I'm here. And so, yeah, I like New Orleans, and I'm glad my family stayed here. Some parts of my family have been here for hundreds of years, for a long time. So, yeah, and my dad came here on vacation. He liked it here. So, yeah, I'm glad, Amanda, that you and other people appreciate this place. And, yeah, shout out to the police at a distance doing their job. And Amanda says, I didn't get much sleep. Ava just didn't want to sleep when she was supposed to. Yeah, I'm going to read and go to sleep earlier tonight. It's my sister's birthday today. Well, Amanda, shout out to your sister and happy birthday to her. And yeah, I hope she has an amazing birthday. And also, yeah, kids they'll get up when they want to get up, and they'll do different things they want to do. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, and also the dog, Apple. So yeah, you have a lot on your plate. Yeah. And I'm gonna be ending the stream soon. I just want to just tell you all that I was doing some garden work and I was doing some walking around, and the garden's doing good. I showed you all what I did, and new cat. I'm excited about ET, and I had a good week, and I had enjoyed the trials and stuff like that too. I watch, and the family's doing good. All right, thank you. I'll try to call her later when she's up. She's in Georgia. Wish I could have visited her. Oh yeah. So that's good. And I understand. Wish could have visited her. Yeah. I understand. Hopefully, at some point at some point y'all could reunite and talk again. Because my friend, I talk about aliens with and went to school with. Which I could get in touch with him, but he could get back in touch with me when he's able to. There's people I miss talking to that I consider like siblings. Yeah, I understand, what you mean. And yeah, so basically, it's good that you'll get to talk to her, and I understand what you're going through. Yeah, and the constellations look good, and the weather's pretty cool out here. And also, I've been enjoying it. It's nice and sunny and bright today. In parts of Europe, it's very dark and cold. Yeah. And all right, so y'all can tell me what y'all want to tell me, but I'm going to. I'll end the stream, and when it re-uploads, it may take a moment. We'll have to go back in the house and have it where it could be seen in public, because it'll be private, and then I have to put it something where make it public, because by default they make the phone lives private by default when they're finished for some reason, but not the regular streams. All right. So I'm going to be ending it, and I'm glad that you all tuned in and got the update from me about what's going on and everything. Okay. Anybody has any last words, they can say it or not. It's all good. Okay, Alien, have a great night. Always love seeing you. Okay. Nice seeing you too, Amanda. And everybody else that came in and joined, I'm thankful for all of you. All right. Peace.